We will now take a look at the glide. For example, the card on the face of the deck, a 7 of clubs. All I have to do is give that a little rub on the table, and it changes, just like that. Here is how the glide is executed, and this is the glide volume 1. In fact, let's use the 7 of hearts because that gives a much greater contrast. The glide, you can see how the cards are held in my left hand. As this hand turns palm down, notice how these fingers of the left hand can bend around the side of the pack. You are holding the cards on the long edges. These are, of course, the short edges. When my hand revolves over, it's going to do two things. One, the little and ring finger are going to slide that card back. The second part is, of course, the hand turning over. So this is the small motion. The hand turning over is the large motion. The large motion will hide the small motion. The audience ahead of me, as I display this card, drawing attention to it, as my hand turns over, done slowly, that's how it is executed. As opposed to the way you do not want to execute it, and that is this. In other words, turning, then sliding. That's two actions. It needs to be blended into one. Now from this angle, you can of course see that card go back. The other important aspect is that the card must not protrude at the back of the hand. In other words, if your hand is too far forward when the hand turns over, it kicks that card out the back. This is a wrong use and wrong handling. So make sure your hand is a little bit forward. It's a little harder to do with an entire pack of cards. Usually I like to do it with either a small group or say half the deck. Now the right hand, of course, comes in and draws out this card at that space, drawing out what they believe is the face card of the pack, the 7 of clubs. You rub it and it changes. Now here is a very nice technique with this. When I turn this over, gliding that card back, I draw out the 7 of hearts, placing it on the table. Audience believes that's the 7 of clubs. I now draw out the next card, which is in this case the 2. See where the 7 is? I give that a little rub, and as I am rubbing it, my index finger pushes the pack back, squaring that card on the face. After I've given this a rub, I place that 2 back. I can now revolve that pack up. The audience really believes by implication that there is no 7 of clubs here. It must be there. I give it a rub, and the change is complete. That's our first handling of the glide.